Ah!
So now you're reacting to the 9-member boy group Stray Kids and their track called Miroh, released in 2019. Fun fact, Miroh means maze in Korean. The music video for Miroh uses the imagery of the concrete jungle to imply that the maze is the city. One of the Stray Kids members, Changbin, says that the song is about gaining confidence to face new challenges. This can be seen in the lyrics, "It's not hard in this rough jungle. It was me who ran into it. I'm okay." Many reviewers and critics have commented on the use of haka in the choreography. Haka is a traditional war dance from the Maori of New Zealand that displays pride, strength, and unity. Having it in the choreography could symbolize the group's strength and unity as they enter into new challenges. The song was composed by 3RACHA and Brian Atwood.
Shout out to all the Kiwis who watch us. Woo! New Zealanders.
Shall we?
3, 2, 1. Sounds like Christmas.
Oh, whoa, what's going on? Is it a festival? Oh my god,
Sounds
the money?
so happy.
Oh my
Is
god,
that money?
I am there. Oh, they're plotting something.
See,
to undermine
the music
this.
represents the happy normies that don't know what's going on.
Dude, they do not fit.
It's like a flash mob. They're like just getting people.
Or it's just Hong Kong.
That sounded like the Flintstones. There was a little Flintstones theme in there. Did Siva Gunner make this music video?
Oh my god, is this an assassination?
Yeah, there's no way this is gonna drop. There's no way.
I don't believe in drops, therefore they don't exist.
It's not gonna happen here.
Oh, that was cool. They lead up with the bass, percussion, and then just.
Man, the balance between the vocals and the instrumental is really great. I just like how those chords pop. Yeah. Whoa, dance.
I like this. The whoa thing is so catchy.
It's like major. And it's confusing.
That was cool. If you notice, right before the drop, they're about to drop right here, but like notice how they dropped all of, like they. Yeah. Okay. So here you hear all the low sounds and all the, like the low percussion, even though it's an electronic drum set. It was really cool how in the build they took that out for a second, which highlighted another part of the mix that you couldn't really have heard super well before. It was just really cool.
Meanwhile.
Okay. 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 Ooh. Yes. Yes.
This goes really.
That's pretty bopping though.
Yeah.
Like
It's like.
this would go on like my workout playlist.
They're Stray Kids. They're just doing what they want. They're taking over.
Oh, everything about this works. Help. Nice.
Wow.
Back to that great sound that I love.
Every time that piano comes in the chords, or like the synth is doing the do,
Oh, yeah.
do, the third one always comes in like just a little bit sooner than I anticipate, and it like kind of throws me off a little, but I like it.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And it's so
They just like took
repeatable.
over.
It's so repeatable. Like, I don't know.
Oh.
It like runs into each other.
They dropped out the bass drum, and then for the drop.
Every time that roar, I'm like, hello.
Oh, that was cool. They like pause, beat, put on the second beat, makes you subvert your expectations.
Oh. That very resonant something smashing on something sound is pretty great too.
There's an occasional tiger roar.
Again, third time. I like that. I want that to come back more.
They're like, one more time.
Oh, I like the play out chorus, but like soft core.
The vocals just fade like a second faster than the instrumentals.
Wow. Do I
Interesting.
stand Stray Kids?
Stray Kids everywhere.
Do I stand
Wait,
them?
wait, wait. You make Stray Kids stay. You make Stray Kids
Make
stay.
Stray
Stay
Kids
is
stay.
the name of the fandom.
That song was so cool. Like I like how they like layered it. Like there were like the distinct things were like the instrumental part, and then there's like the whoa-oh part, and then there were like the words of the chorus. And I like how they like at one point they layered like the whoa-oh and like the words over the top of it, and that was like super lit.
I'm trying to think of like musical things to say. I really appreciate the political message too and the puns. So the name of this group is Stray Kids, right? So they come to this city like searching for opportunity, like many do, and then like they clearly show these like people in power, these like politicians or whatever they are. Like I don't know who they are, and it's like they sort of show this like coup that they're organizing to like overthrow them. Like obviously there are people standing in the way of like them getting their goals and them like going and making their like dreams come through. And it's like sort of a commentary on like stray kid culture. It's like, you know, like the elites are up here and we're just like the guys down here, and like we're trying to make our way and like find our way through this concrete jungle. You know, it's like I thought the political commentary was very cool. Like musicians have like voices, and when they use it for things like that, I really appreciate it.
This made me want to dance, and then it also was very musically interesting. I was too busy dancing to notice some of it, but what I did notice, it was just like really cool how when they would add or take away certain things, like they take the bass drum out and then all of a sudden you could hear that synth line better. It was just really cool how they'd add and take away certain things to where sometimes it's not necessarily a matter of volume, but like the tone and timbre of an instrument will still take up, like even if it's not super loud, it'll still take up the space of another instrument. It's just another way to mess with like mix that doesn't necessarily translate to like dynamics or volume. It's just really cool.
Like a lot of times with the drop, like in terms of like how many tracks you have on it, right? So like you see it like thin out a lot more, but here even when it thins out, you like you said, you see something totally brand new in it.
Yeah.
Which I guess is probably there the whole time, but you just don't really realize it.
Right, and they did it on purpose, but it's a really cool compositional or like arranging technique to where, right, like what Seiju was saying, sometimes you don't have to like reinvent the wheel. If there's something that's going on, you just like make it a little bit more pronounced and take something out, and then all of a sudden it sounds like, oh my goodness, it sounds amazing.
Right.
Like, you know?
Right.
I think there's definitely, I think as you pointed out, there's that cyclical nature, this repetitive nature of this piece, you know, in the melody and also in the bass line. It just keeps going and going and going. And then there's like a stop. There's like two build-ups, and there's a stop, and this guy's rapping. There's no bass line. There's like no more like harmonic support, and it's just like da da da, like these beats.
Yeah, it's very
And it just
militaristic
releases.
kind of. It's like
Definitely there's like this level of like rhythmic intensity that kind of just like permeates.
True.
Yeah.
And further on, like, okay, earlier it happened a couple times where there's like this tiger like sound,
Yeah.
but then towards the end it was like like it was like, oh my god, this is getting serious.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm recalling this correctly, but I think Korea's national animal is a tiger. Maybe it's speaking to something that's like nationalistic. I don't know.
Yeah.
They also have an eagle cry in it.
Oh, really? So like America plus
I missed that one.
and Korea, we like fight together. All right, cool.
Yeah, the drop itself is great enough, but what really surprised me about the drop is that usually during the build-up, the last few seconds, there's usually like, you know, the beat just goes away for a bit before the landing, but here it continues. The percussions continue, and then it drops. And I think that was the ultimate subversion of expectation, and it made me scream.
Oh, there's this one melody I wanted to bring up, the C, B flat, E flat, D.
It might be C sharp.
Is it?
It might be C sharp or D, but I don't know.
Da, D, D, da. No, D sharp. Yeah. I know Bach does this. So instead of just going straight down, because there's only so much room you have left with your instrument, what he does is he jumps back up and then continues the descending line. And in this case, it's a smaller version of it, and
it's almost an expanded version of Bach's name, because Bach likes to spell his name in pieces.
Was it B flat, A, C, and B?
Yes.
Because H was B.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's almost like an expanded version of that. But let's not get too carried away with the Bach parallels.
It's something that you can oscillate for so long, and you can overlay it with whatever you want. In this case, it was dubstep and also very colorful melodic lines. Even the drops, wow.
The drops are great, and the dances. It combines this really complex series of movements with a dance that, like, you know, I could do right now.
Want me to teach you the dance? So it goes like right,
Right,
And
left, right. You got to the mirror image. Okay, right, left.
and then left arm.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, I see. I didn't see that. There's a slight little okay.
Dang.
It's like, despite all this revolting, you know that everything's gonna be okay at the end, but it's like hidden.
assurance.
Yes.
What's a drop song?
Oh yeah, we will.
Oh,
No doubt.
I really like the way you explained that. You're just like, you're just like,